Around the NFL, Nick Bosa, reigning Defensive Player of the Year, has been holding out all of offseason, all of training camp, wanted a new deal. Nick Bosa got broke off. If they were backing up the Brinks truck should say Nick Bosa on it. Massive deal. Massive. Made him the highest paid defensive non-quarterback. Not even defensive. The highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. 5 years, $170 million, $110 million guaranteed. It's $34 million per year. Whew. Think about that, man. The highest paid non-quarterback contract in NFL history. I mean, he deserves it. He deserves it. I love this because, one, I always love players getting paid. Get your money, young man. Get all of it. Get all of the monies. But I love this as someone who roots for the Cowboy, is a Cowboy. What does this mean for Micah Parsons? Micah Parsons is next. He's on deck. He coming. Pause. This is unprecedented. The deal that Nick Bosa got. And Micah will probably, like, that's where it begins. And if Micah happens to end up getting MVP, well, if he gets MVP, ooh. But if he becomes the Defensive Player of the Year this year, he's been on the trail of that. Finished third his first year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, runner-up last year. If he gets to that mark this year where he's a Defensive Player of the Year, he then becomes eligible after his third season. So this spring, 2024, I put out on my Twitter at Mr. Fourth and Long, I changed what Wells Fargo looked like. I scratched out the Wells part and put Micah Fargo. It is going to be Micah Fargo, what he gets. But this is where the National Football League is going. This is, whew. Can I borrow a couple dollars? But this is a guy who's worth it. And to the credit of the Niners, they continue to play their players. I mean, they have some of the highest salaries on their team. George Kittle, third highest tight end. At the time, Christian McCaffrey was like the second or first highest paid running back when they gave him his deal. Deebo Samuel, I think, is the third highest paid wide receiver. This is what you're able to do when your quarterback is either on a rookie deal. This is what you're able to do. You're able to do deals like this when you don't have a quarterback who requires you to pay $40+ million. So their window is closing because eventually Brock Purdy's going to want his deal. Now, he may not get $40-50 million, but when you got to pay a quarterback all that money, it's tough. It's tough to make these kind of deals. But Nick Bosa, I think, is a generational talent. He's one of those guys, again, Defensive Player of the Year. He's been the runner-up. A lot of the time, he's in the coverage in every single year. It's Aaron Donald. It's Micah Parsons. It's Nick Bosa. It's J.J. Watt. T.J. Watt. Those are the names that are always in that conversation. And then it's his brother, Joey Bosa, and Myles Garrett. That's the name when you're talking about pass rushers and dominant defensive players. Those are the names that you hear year in, year out. Congrats to Nick Bosa and all the money that he'll make.